When we were studying, we didn't have clear goals like today's youth. In fact, we didn't even know we were supposed to set them. Teachers encouraged only a few top students, though they knew every child and their families. To some girls they would say, "Why study? Your father is already looking for marriage alliances." To others, "You won't study anyway, why bother?" Boys were warned, "Study, or you'll end up begging," or, even in your father's profession, "How will you manage without some education?" Because of this, a handful of boys and maybe 2 or 3 girls began setting goals. By high school, a few girls even dreamed of becoming doctors or engineers. But in our home, such discussions never happened. Schooling itself was enough, there was no talk of higher education or careers. My grandmother often told us at meals, "If you finish all your food, you'll get a job. Don't talk, just eat." So we quickly cleaned our plates, chanting, "I'll get a job. I'll get a job." Perhaps that's where it began, the desire for a job took root in me. I would often announce, "Nana, I will get a job." My father would smile and reply, "All right, dear, we'll see when you grow up." But he never once told me to study hard or come first. On cold winter mornings, if we tried to rise early, he would tuck us back under the blanket, saying, "It's still cold, sleep a little more." In this environment, I began saying, "I will become a lawyer." For as long as I can remember, I told everyone in the family this, and my father never objected. In 12th grade, after writing an essay I told you about earlier, my father suggested I join a BA program. I agreed, since a basic degree was required before studying law. He even suggested music as one subject. I only worried whether I could sing, but otherwise didn't mind. When I went to collect my marks, teachers urged me to choose B.Sc, but I said firmly, "I want to study law, so I'll join BA." They accepted my decision. After my father retired, he chose to practice law, since he already had a degree. He went to Hyderabad for enrollment, stayed about 10 days, and returned home proudly. Draping his lawyer's gown over me, he said, "Our Bharati will become a lawyer. When I see so many women lawyers in the High Court, I think only of you." I was overjoyed. But when I completed my degree and wanted to join law school, my father refused. It required moving to Vizag and staying in a hostel, which he opposed. I argued, but he stood firm, "If you want, study MA privately." Frustrated, I would often say, "Nana, you're the one who stopped me from joining law school." He always stayed calm, smiling gently, "Yes, dear, I didn't let you join," before steering the conversation elsewhere. My father was truly a great man. He never raised his voice. Even after I had children, no matter how naughty they were, I never scolded or hit them. I always remembered his patience and calmness with me.